Hey guys, Gladys back here once again. Thanks for joining me, and we're here to take a look, or an extended look rather, at the Armored Kill map Death Valley. We're playing on PS3 here, obviously, and a few things that you're going to want to note. I've got matches here, 3 matches put together, clips from each of them, so you can get a good view on what you're going to see while you're playing this. Charlie is going to be the hotspot. If you've got a full game and it's really moving, Charlie's the hotspot for sure, because that's controlling the dropship. So if you guys have control of that, then you can use it, obviously. I think that one of my favorite things about this map is the air combat, because it's like there's really not much to get in your way. You've got a lot of freedom of flight, and the scenery is beautiful. I mean, you can see as I'm flying around here, the mountain ranges just go and go, and the sky is beautiful, the moon and everything. It's just, man, it's awesome to look at, and it's a dark map too, which is something we're not used to. With Caspian Border, Karg Island, and all that stuff, everything is bright and sunny, you know. And this aesthetically is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, so it's really, really cool for me. Some disadvantages of that are that planes will get lost, either up in the sky if they're not marked, or down in the trees if you're above them. So it's kind of hard to keep track. Every once in a while you may lose them, so you're going to want to spot as much as you can. Another cool thing is the gunship. This seems to have a good, like, okay, on some of the maps, it seems like the gunship doesn't really have much of an effect because it's so far out. Like, they don't put it closer to the objectives, which is a good thing, because if it's sitting right on top of them, obviously it's just going to be total devastation. So, it seems to be a really good balance on where the gunship is placed on its rotation going around the map here. Some of the new things with Armored Kill is obviously the gunship. We've mentioned that. You get tank destroyers, and then here's another thing, this mobile artillery. Now, I haven't had any luck with this at all, and I'm attributing it mostly to luck. Now, I would have loved to have seen this be used in tank superiority mode, because I think that would have been an awesome dynamic, because that would have been like, that's exactly what it's built for. On this map, and it's a weird thing too, because when you get in the mobile artillery, it's got 2 slots, like down on the right, if you're looking at the screen right now. I've got 2 slots, the driver and the passenger slot for that ATV. Same way it works with just about anything else. So it's got those 2. You've got the driver and the gunner is what it looks like when you're in the mobile artillery. But the problem is, like, or not really a problem, but the interesting thing is that you can't have 2 people in there. It'll only let you drive and then switch seats to shoot out those targets. Now here I've got the map up. You've got, at the very least, I think 5 or 6 ATVs scattered around the map at each objective, plus the deployment zones. So I want to say 6 or 7 actually. It's 5 objectives. And you've got tank destroyers at the very least every other one. So scattered around the map, again, plus the deployment, plus air vehicles, plus the gunship, there are plenty of opportunities for you to get in some armor or in some air vehicles and get some action up there, or, you know, down on the ground in the armor. There's plenty of opportunities. So for the naysayers out there that are saying, oh, it's boring, you just run around because you can't find any vehicles, no, that's total bullshit. And it also brings in, and this is one of the things that I really, really wanted to get to as a first video discussion, is like people's play style. That's what it really, really depends on. Those naysayers that are saying that it's too big, it shouldn't even have been made for PS3, like 12 on 12 doesn't work on this size map. It does work. And the reason it works, and especially for me and like the guys that I play with, it's our play style. You know, like we play the objectives. We really go after them. Everything we do is in support of us trying to take our objectives. Obviously, unless we're screwing around. But if you guys are just running around trying to rack up kills, yeah, it's going to be boring, man. You got to stick to those objectives. And if you've got all the objectives, try something new. Use your downtime like that to maybe get in a jet if you haven't tried it. Or go on a search. Take a look at the map and try to find a tank destroyer or an ATV or something new. You know, or maybe even try a new weapon out. Get a hold of that and then head over towards their spawn point. Hopefully they'll be out of it by now. There should be no spawn camping at all in these types of maps because they're so big. There should be no reason that you can't get out of your spawn like that. The air shouldn't be giving you too much of a problem when you've got your whole team playing. Like, you should have some guys in the air if you need to. Now the choppers have been totally like almost dismantled, I want to say, without that gunner's ability to use flares. Now another thing is with the scout helicopters, you can't lock onto your targets if you're using the guided missile, or you can't lock onto, I think it's just air. I'm not sure if it's actually armor now that I think about it. But anyways, the passenger has to be in the scout helicopter to laser designate something so you can shoot it with a guided missile. And it's like I don't really know how much of an impact that's going to have with some of you guys, but for me, I was flying in some of these games that we're watching now. I was flying in some of those in the scout helicopter. It was kind of rough because I forgot to change it, so I had the guided missile and couldn't really do much with it. But it's still fun, and yeah, like right here you see this dogfight that I'm in following this guy. Man, it adds a whole new dynamic with new scenery, and it's just like, it really does breathe new life into the game. You know, as imperfect as it is, and nothing is ever perfect. I mean, if you guys are expecting this to come out and just be, you know, the best thing since I don't even know what, then, you know, you're going in with too high of expectations. What you're going to have, and based on DICE's history here, and especially with Battlefield 3, is it's going to look good, it's going to have a lot of playability options, but it's going to be buggy. Lag in particular has been really bad, I've noticed. For like the past month, maybe 2 months, lag has been almost game-breaking for me, and I've never had that problem. So I don't know if this is widespread. Some of the guys I play with, I'll ask them if I'm hitting lag, like, hey, is anybody else getting this? And they say yes. So it's not just me, and it's through almost any server that we go to, so it's not just that particular server or whatever. This is like game lag, so I want to hear some input from you guys and see if you're hitting that as well, and hopefully it's not just me. But I really do like this map, especially because, like I said, it's such a difference in the aesthetics of it. It's so dark, and it's really beautifully built. And the objectives, like, they've got a interesting dynamic to them. Like, a lot of them, there's not much cover. Like that one right there that I was just at, that was Echo. There's not much cover. And then here, this is so awesome. I want to stop this here. I'm on like an ATV chase with this guy. I pull ahead, and then he sees me and tries to swerve around. I get a lucky headshot there. But man, people trying to run other people over with those ATVs is just priceless. You know, if they miss, it's funny. If they get them, obviously, it's funny. It's just, man, it adds such a cool dynamic back into it. It reminds me so much of Bad Company 2, and that's a great thing. I'm really happy we got those back. I think that somebody had told me for one of the later expansions, either Aftermath or Endgame, that we're going to be getting motorcycles, and I don't know. I have absolutely no information on that. Hopefully here in the next couple weeks we'll be getting a little bit of information about Aftermath, because that'll be the next expansion that's hitting us. So I am excited, starting to look forward to the next pack, of course. Always yearning for new things. But I'm satisfied with this. I think that if they can fix some server-side stuff to where they cut down on the lag a little bit, then I think we'll be okay. A lot of you guys just really need to change your style of play to go after the objectives more, because that's where the action's at, of course. And on this map in particular, this clip that we're watching, we've got everything capped. So, you know, my options here, like I said, go find something new. There should be guys everywhere. If you've got skilled enemy players, they should be flanking around, getting new objectives, and, you know, causing a ruckus all over the map, not just sticking to one thing. So, if everybody, you know, tries to up their game and try some new things, maybe go outside their player comfortability zone, and just, you know, put yourself out there, like I said, get on those objectives, and everything will go fine. It'll be great. It'll be intense because you're still there, but it's a whole new palette for us to work with. So I'll upload the next map here in the next couple days when I get it done, and make sure you guys add us on Facebook and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the battlefield.